everyone, this is Lorraine. So today I'm going to go over my 33rd week of pregnancy. Today I am 34 weeks and 2 days pregnant with a baby boy who is due April 2nd, 2013. So let's talk about what happened in my 33rd week. Symptoms: acid reflux like crazy. Before I was getting it kind of mainly at nighttime. I'd get it kind of right before dinner. I would eat dinner and then it would seem to kind of go away. And then sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd have this really bad acid in my throat. It wasn't like I was going, a lot of people are like, eat several hours before you go to bed. I was, so that's not like contributing to it. It just, I think that it just happens. It's just there. So I'm getting it throughout the day now. It just feels like I need to throw up and I can't. And then sometimes I start to get foamy in my throat. It's just kind of disgusting. It's unpleasant. It's a little uncomfortable, but hey, it's only a couple weeks left, so whatever. I have also been pretty dehydrated where I'm drinking a lot more water. It wasn't that I wasn't drinking much water, but now I'm just like needing, like my body is telling me you need to drink more water, you need to drink more water. And that was actually one of my first pregnancy symptoms, was dehydration. So it's coming back. So it's like everything kind of is cycling. But those are really my only symptoms this week. Oh, I guess I've been a little bit more swollen. Where I'm really like, I'm nervous that my rings are gonna get swollen on, so I've been kind of not wearing them as much. Like I'll just be very aware. Like yesterday, actually, even though it's not my 34th week, yesterday I just got a little nervous, so I took off my rings during the day and just, you know. But it's like when you're pregnant, you kind of want to wear your rings because, I don't know, you just kind of do. But but yeah, see, they're kind of stuck on there right now. So it really makes me nervous. They're not like super tight, but I can't pull it off right now. So I'm going to end up taking these off after this video. But best thing to get rings off is Windex. So just FYI if you are worried. I'm definitely swollen in my face. Definitely swollen in my nose. Definitely swollen in my lips. Like people have said, your lips look a lot more plump. So yeah, just kind of swollen. So I'm getting a lot more swollen. My feet haven't really swelled and my ankles haven't swelled. Like none of that kind of stuff has swelled. It's just more like, it's like the top half of my body has swelled, where you'd think it'd be the lower half, but it's like the top upper area has swelled. But whatever. This week was Valentine's Day. So I decided for my husband for Valentine's Day that I would cook dinner for him. And I definitely never cook. My husband is the one that cooks all of our food and everything. And I decided to make steaks. And I, you know, just put some oil down and I was cooking the steaks. And then when I flipped them, some grease kind of splattered on me and it went through my clothes and I actually got burnt on my belly. Which, like, it's only like a little tiny thing, which I'll show you at the end of this video when I show you my belly bump. But I don't know, I think that's kind of horrible. I'm like, I've avoided stretch marks and stuff. I've avoided marking my body so far and I get burned. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny. I did have a doctor's appointment this week. I had an ultrasound, which is, they just kind of to check the position of the baby and just kind of, I guess they did some measurements and whatnot. I had that appointment and I really don't like the girl that does the ultrasounds at my doctor's office. I've had one other ultrasound with her, and that was like at 10 weeks of pregnancy. And if you've watched all my videos thus far, that's where she told me that there was like a hernia. Her and the doctor told me there was a hernia of the gut, and that it could be a sign of like all these bad things. But when you research it on the internet, which is like crazy to do because you don't want to be your own doctor, but when you like go on Google and research it, there's something called a physiological hernia. I think that's what it's called. where it's supposed to be there at that point in time. And I actually then had to go for a specialty appointment for them to look at it, like the 12-week ultrasound where they, you know, I don't know. But basically it was supposed to be there, and the girl freaked me out. So I just don't really trust that she's the best ultrasound technician. Like even the other place that I went for my specialty and for my anatomy scan, they basically told me like I would be worried if it wasn't there at that point in time. So I don't trust this girl that much. She told me during my ultrasound this past week that the baby is measuring 2 weeks ahead, that he is presently, I asked, oh, well, how much does he weigh right now? And she said 5 pounds, 7 ounces. I think that's what she said. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. I don't know the accuracy of that. I don't know. I just don't trust, her. For some reason, I just don't trust her. She said my baby's head was measuring a little big. Or no, she didn't say it like nice. She's like, it just wasn't a pleasant experience. She said that his head is measuring big, which is fine because I have a big head. My brother has a big head. I think both my parents have big heads. So I'm like, oh, got it from me. So I'm not really worried about that. But she just, and then she was like really pushing really hard on my stomach to get these things. And then she made me lay flat down on the bed because she needed a better picture. And with the acid reflux that I'm having, it was the worst uncomfortable feeling ever. So she's pressing really hard, getting these measurements, telling me the head's big, and then she's like showing me pictures of the baby on the ultrasound, and she's like, I swear he doesn't look as deformed as it looks on here. And I'm just like, wow, this was like a really unpleasant experience. So I had that, and then following that appointment, I had a regular doctor's appointment like in the same day, like within the same like period of time, but then I had my regular doctor's appointment. And that's where I peed in the cup, and then I had my weight taken. I'm up 2 pounds this week, so what does that put me at? 18 pounds total pregnancy gain. So I'm up 2 pounds this week. And then I went into the doctor's room, or the little like exam room, had my blood pressure. I was, I think, 117 over whatever, so absolutely normal. Then they measured the baby's heart rate, and his heart rate is 100, and I think it was like a 145 or something. Like it ranges from 140 to 150, so that's his heart rate right now. And then she measured my belly, and it was measuring 34 centimeters, which she said was right on target. Because I was also 33 weeks and I think like 5 days pregnant at that point, so that was like pretty accurate measuring of the baby at that point, or of the uterus or whatever. And I said to the doctor, well, it was actually the head nurse or whatever, I asked her, I'm like, oh, I'm measuring normal? The ultrasound tech told me that I'm measuring like 2 weeks ahead. And she's like, I wouldn't worry about that. What'd she say? I wouldn't worry about that. I just, like I said to you before, I think that you're just gonna have a good sized baby, like a 7 or 8 pound baby. I just don't think that you're gonna have a tiny baby, so I wouldn't even like worry about that. So basically she dismissed the ultrasound tech. But it just didn't leave me with a very pleasant feeling. So I ended up going and getting another ultrasound. Oh, and the ultrasound tech also gave me a picture, but the only picture she gave me, I don't even know if I should show this to you or not, was the baby's private parts. There you go, you see his little wiener and his little balls and his little legs. That's what she gave me. Like seriously, like that's what you give me out of all this stuff, but I don't know. And then because I felt so uncomfortable, I asked my husband, like, can we go to do like the 3D like ultrasound again at the place in Brandon? It's called Meet the Baby. They're like the nicest people ever there. So if you live in the Tampa area, I think they have a Tampa location too. But I did this 3D ultrasound at at 25 weeks, and it was like such a good, pleasant experience. I'm like, I'll do it again, plus I get 50% off, because if you go there already once, you get 50% off. So my husband and I went and we got another ultrasound there, and I'll show you, like, they showed us like a little picture of his face. He's cute, isn't he? But yeah, they gave us some other pictures. My husband liked this one because the baby like is kind of smiling in it. You can see he's got his arm above it, like by his, or like kind of his arm up like that by his face. But yeah, so they gave us some good pictures of the baby and everything. And when I went there, they don't give you like measurements at a place like an elective ultrasound place. They just give you like, you can see the baby and see pictures and everything. And everything looked really good. The baby's head didn't look bigger than normal. It looked like, you know, it looked like pretty proportionate, like how a baby should be. And the one ultrasound person was like, you have a lot of fluid in there, you must drink a lot of water. So she said that the baby had a lot of room in there. I asked her at that appointment, I'm like, I've been getting a little bit of a pain like right here where I also have my lovely burn, but I'm like, what part of him is here? He's head down, by the way, right now, and it's his butt. So I guess his butt, sometimes she's like, I bet he just like presses his butt into you right there. So I get like this kind of pain in my ribs. But yeah, meet the baby, good experience. It just made me feel a lot better, because there are just certain things like that ultrasound tech said that just rubbed me the wrong way, and I just felt like I needed to go do something like that. And the girl that did the ultrasound, she was very gentle, like she didn't have to like push into my belly. I was propped up. It was just like she knew more than the person at my doctor's office that performs the ultrasounds did, and it wasn't a good experience. I don't want to complain about it to my doctor's office until after I have my baby though. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. So I'm gonna let them know afterwards, but I don't want them to know, I want everything to go smoothly. I like all the doctors at my office. I just don't like that one ultrasound tech. She sucks. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I bought some little things this week. I said I wasn't going to buy any more clothes, but I went on Nordstrom's website and I kind of couldn't help myself. So I bought this little Hannah Anderson little sleeper thing. This is for 0 to 6 months, and it's just cute, and it has the green and the blue, and I like it a lot. I got this little Splendid, same kind of thing, but this one isn't meant to be slept in, and it is 3 to 6 months with little kind of buttons and everything. Very cute. And then I got this little outfit in size 3 months. I think it's 0 to 3 months, and it's a little reversible hoodie, so you can reverse it and have it like the stripes on the outside if you really want, but it looks cute this way because then you can kind of fold it up and everything and then have the stripes visible. And then this one came with a little pair of pants. So those are my purchases. Oh, and because we were in Brandon, they have a Bye Bye Baby in Brandon, which is probably like one of the nicest, it's a store like Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's only for baby. So you can actually use Bed Bath & Beyond coupons there. It's the same company, but it's like really a nice all baby store. And so we bought this little guy. It's what do they call this? Activity Gym. It's by Skip Hop, and I really like this one, so we got that one. And I think that's it. So I'm going to show you my belly now. Here's my little burn. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's just a little tiny mark right there. And I've just been putting Neosporin on it, and it seems to be healing up pretty nicely. I think that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them below, and I will see you next time.